You want to start us off for me?
You can start off.
No, you can start off.
You can start off.
I want you to take it. I want you to take the lead.
Okay.
Back for another episode.
You.
Okay, go.
No, I'm not gonna do it. No, you can do it now. You're dead to me.
Back for another episode of the Coast Boys Podcast. My name is Izzy.
I'm Gabe.
Today is a quick episode for you guys. It's our February update. We just want to talk about a few things that we have going on and that are going to be coming up in the future. But firstly, we just want to thank everybody who's supporting us online, supporting us when we run into you guys at the store, at restaurants, wherever. Right now, we're sitting pretty at 165 subscribers, which is really good. And we're trying to go for 200. So if you guys are watching this right now, please hit the subscribe button, help us out, help us grow our channel, help us grow our reach. We have a funny story about that. It's going to come up in a few. But first, we have some life updates or just stuff going on. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So for me...
You just got the vaccine?
I just got the vaccine.
Dude.
Second dose. Got it yesterday. I was talking to Vic when we did his episode a few weeks back, and
Good
he was
time.
telling
Shout
me
out to
that...
Victor Hernandez,
shout out to Vic,
the homie.
yeah. And he was telling me that he reacted really bad to it, and he was like...
Second
feeling
dosage?
super sick, yeah. His second dosage. And him and his girl both felt the same way, super sick. And so I got mine yesterday, and I was like, damn, I have a haircut appointment scheduled later that day. I have to be driving to it. Like, I was like, I hope my arm doesn't give out, or I hope I don't like feel sick. I need to pull over and vomit or anything.
Or you die, bro.
Or yeah, or something, yeah. And
Imagine if you died in a car wreck, bro. I'd have to rebrand.
that'd be
It'd just
terrible.
be the
I'd hate
Coast
that for
boy.
you. I'd hate that for you.
That would suck, man.
But no, man, I got my second shot, and my arm was a little sore, but I was still driving the whole time with it, and it was totally fine. And it didn't hit me till this morning. This morning it hit me like a truck. I woke up, I was like just super cold, my whole body. I was shivering a little bit, and I heard that's one of the side effects that you can have is you get shivers. I had that, and I had like a small migraine. And then like Javi's like, bro, let's play COD. And I was like, I was like, I can't.
Shout out to Javi.
Shout out to Javi. And then I was like, all right, I will. And so we were playing, bro, got second place. Don't want to talk about it.
Let's not talk about
But
it.
yeah, so that I had a little bit of symptoms. I still feel great overall.
So what now? What? Are you going to keep getting more shots?
That's it, bro. I'm done after my second one.
You're done?
Yeah. And this time it's weird because after the first dose, they like had me sign up for this program where they monitor, make sure I'm good to go. I'm not like growing a third arm or anything. And this time they're just like, wait 15 minutes, you're out the door, you're good to go. So, yeah. But I know a lot of places, like especially airports, you like need to show, you're going to need to start showing proof that you had the vaccine to start going to certain places. So I have that little card that says I've taken them both. So my sister was telling me the other day that I should, keep that safe because if I ever want to go out anywhere, I might need to bring it to the airport. So.
Really? Do you know how long it's going to last for?
I have no idea.
Forever? Imagine.
Probably just, they're going to have to be updating this a lot. So I'd probably be for like a year and then you have to get a new flu shot or whatever. I mean, the flu's always evolving. So, but yeah.
How's work? How's school?
Interesting.
I've been seeing a lot of kids lately. Like, I live right by the school and I've been seeing a lot of cars, a lot of kids.
Well, we're going back to 22nd.
Well, this month?
Technically I'm not, but everybody else is. Funny story about that. Yeah, so that they have voted, the whole district or whatever, they all had a vote, and based on where we are at the COVID levels and whatnot, we're getting back to school February 22nd for grades 1, 3, and 5, and then March 2nd, I believe it is, for the rest of the grades, and we're all going to come back, and it's going to be like an AABB schedule with, half the kids going on Monday, Tuesday. There's a break Wednesday where everybody's online and they clean up the whole school and everything, disinfect everything for everybody's safety. And then the other half goes Thursday, Friday. And it's only going to be for 3 hours a day from 9 to 12. So it's a hybrid program is what we're starting now. Yeah, and it's super interesting. I'll see how people react to it.
That's just elementary? It's going to be high school as well or what?
That's up to middle school. I don't know what the high school's doing, honestly. I mean, I don't know what their whole program, because with high school, you have all these multiple classes and whatnot. So I don't know how they're doing it, but it'll be interesting to see how things go because, I mean, these kids have just been adjusting to doing it online right now, and they're going to have to go back to in-person, and everyone has to wear masks. You have to be 6 feet apart. It's a weird time, but I don't actually have to go back because I work for the county, and they have their own, like, protocols and, like, rules and, like, their own report that they have to submit to the state to be approved. So I might not be back in person until, like, another, I don't know, month or so.
Are you happy about that, or would you rather go back?
Well, a lot of my kids are doing really well online, so I'm pretty happy with it, and I don't mind it. And I think a lot of the parents of my kids that I work with, they're pretty happy about it as well. So but some of the kids, like, they're spending a lot of their time in their other class. So I don't know if, like, they're going to go to school for half the day and then they're going to go for the other half with me online. Like, I don't really know what it's going to look like. So, you know, we're all trying to get everything together and figure it out before the 22nd and the March 2nd. So, but yeah, that's with work. Other than that, it's been pretty chill. Just been hanging out. I'm happy to have a week off coming this next week. So
why is that? What's the occasion?
It's midwinter break. I don't know. It seems hella random.
That is very random.
But
we didn't have those when we were in
I'm
school.
not complaining. Yeah, they always change those.
That's good.
But
You got
it's
anything
been good.
planned?
Maybe I was gonna try to make a plan to go see Hobby. Go see Hobby.
Shout out to Hobby, dude.
Mm-hmm. And then I left my tripod, or I left our tripod in the trunk of Talia's car after my trip to Tahoe. So I need to go pick that up as well. And I'll probably stop by Seattle and Santa Rosa and say what's up. But yeah,
That'd be lit.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Dude, school and bread. That's it. And I don't know if I talked about it already. If I have, I'm sorry. But or the internship as well. But school, like, I'm just on my last 2 classes before I graduate. My seminar, which is like the senior project final class before you graduate, but which you didn't have to take when you were in college, which is very strange.
I think it's very strange that you have to do that class. That sucks.
I know. I think it's crazy how you could just take classes and be like, okay, I got my last credit, I'm done.
I'm done, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always had it in my head that I was going to take a final project class.
That is very interesting, honestly. I'm happy I don't have to do anything.
I think I just groomed like that since high school because we had like a senior project.
Super final project, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, it's pretty good. What I really like about this professor is that he's super, not hands-on, but like every like assignment I submit, he's like a paragraph, 2 paragraphs of like feedback, like really good feedback, you know, and he's a really good professor. I like him, very helpful. And then another professor that was helping with the internship as well, Dr. Lee. Shout out to Dr. Lee. He's probably not going to watch this, but he's awesome. That's business, marketing management, and my seminar class. And then I got the internship, and right now I talked about this. When was it? The Thanksgiving update?
Yeah, I think so.
And I was basically talking about like the foundation of why and really what we were doing. But now we're kind of like in the second part where we're interviewing and talking to people in the wine industry to really kind of see what it's like, or people specifically that are more focused on diversity and inclusion, and see what they're implementing in their in their companies, you know. And we can kind of take like the foundation and the articles that we read and all the studies and all the everything from outside industries and really compare the two and see what they're doing and why it's working.
So you like giving them advice or stuff?
No, not necessarily. We're kind of just taking it. We're just like sponges. We're taking in all the information that we can. And it's really difficult too, because when you do this, bro, when you're looking to see what wineries are going to work with you or not, you got to be really careful about the approach, because you don't want to seem like you're just judging them or kind of getting them in trouble for something they're not doing.
I could imagine that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting because all the people that we've talked to so far are ladies. They're all female.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, like the people. Okay, the person Ray Johnson is like part of like the wine business institute at Sonoma State, and he was really pointing us in directions. And then we talked to the dean. He's also a male, and they referred us to people inside of the wine industry. But a lot of the people that the only people that we've spoken to are women, and like women that have worked for like Fortune 500 companies, women that are the CEOs of Seja wineries, and I don't know if Seja Vineyards or Seja Family, but Joseph Phelps, the president of their HR, all ladies, worked for Starbucks, like CEO, like C-suite of Starbucks, like high up there, bro. Just like really, really well experienced. And a lot of time, like the only thing that they go back to is like when we ask them why diversity and inclusion is like so high up on their priorities, is because they say like, I've been the only woman in the room. She's like, I've been the only minority in the room. Like, it doesn't feel good.
Damn.
You know? And like the more research you do, because I was super ignorant on the topic, and before we started, I was like, well, I mean, it's just people complaining, or it's gonna be very difficult to just be like, okay, hire this person onto your team. It's like, well, if it's a person that's more qualified for the job, I'm gonna hire them as opposed to just having to hire a female, you know?
Yeah.
But the more research you do, and the more you see outside industries like the pharmaceutical company, the tech company, or industries are really high on it, and there's a financial benefit to it, to where the more diverse executive teams are like 36% more likely to financially outperform other companies that don't have diverse executive teams.
Interesting.
So there's a financial incentive to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You hire people and you give them opportunities, and essentially it starts from the top. So if you have a more diverse team, you're more likely to be able to market to more demographics because you have more heads from different cultures and different traditions and different ideas coming together and thinking about how to market to those companies.
That makes sense.
Or to those people. So super interested in the topic, super fascinating, really cool people that I'm meeting. It's been really cool. So that's the internship. You know, it was only supposed to be from like October to December.
I remember you told me that, and I was like, it got extended.
Yeah, they just keep extending it.
I was like, when is it going to be done? Like, I don't know.
It's cool because it's keeping me busy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's keeping me busy with that. Like, I have the bread going on. I have school. I have homework that I have to do. I have the podcast. So it's like I'm just kind of trying to fill up my schedule as much as possible with things, so I'm not going crazy, bro. Like, I would go insane. Like, so I'm good. That's me. That's cool. Do you want to talk about your Tahoe trip?
Damn, bro.
Because that's crazy.
Yeah. And if you haven't already done so, check out the vlog 1 and vlog 2 of my Tahoe trip are out already. And
what is it, 3 and 4? I think.
Is it 3 and 4? Vlog 3 and 4?
Part 1, part 2 of This Weekend Getaway vlog. It's confusing, but it's vlog 3 and 4. Number 5 is coming out this week, so make sure you go check it out.
And that one is going to be a doozy.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I won't go too much into it because I'll leave it for that. But man, I don't know if I ever told you, but like after that whole thing happened, it got even worse. Did I mention that to you? Did I tell you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think you have.
So basically, like after that whole happened, like I was pretty shooken up after everything had happened, and you guys will understand after you see the episode. But we thought we were safe at a certain point now, and we're kind of driving home.
Okay, just explain what happened. It's fine. They're gonna see it.
The long story short, and you'll see the full thing, is I was almost in a car accident, and I ended up spinning out. It was really bad weather. But anyways, we ended up getting out of that condition. We got a tow truck to get us out, right? And we thought we're safe. We thought we're good. I'm in my friend's car. And just when I think like, all right, man, we're an hour from home. We'll just drive back home. It's raining cats and dogs at this point, but I'm like, you know what? Rain ain't nothing.
At least you had good windshield wipers, right?
Well, that's the thing. So my friend looks at me, and I'm not going to say any names, but she's like, my windshield wipers don't work. And I look at her, I was like, what are you talking about?
Why didn't you guys just take your car?
I didn't. Yeah, hindsight's 2020, bro. Hindsight's 2020. Yeah, but basically the windshield wipers don't work, and it's pouring rain. And I try to drive, you can't see anything. So I try them out. It just blurs the entire just front window. I can't see a thing. It was better for me not to use them and just let the rain pour and pour and pour on the windshield. So we're over here trying to find O'Reilly's and AutoZone, anything, right? Any store, even like gas stations. Sometimes like Chevrons will carry some windshield wipers. We're finding everything closed. We visit like 4 stores that were nearby. I'm driving hella slow, super focused on the road, trying not to crash. And nothing. We finally reached some like convenience store. Some super sweet lady. I think her name was Joy. Shout out Joy.
Shout out to Joy.
And she has like this dusty windshield wiper that was way in the back and like hasn't been touched for like years and years. And it's like, it's $5. It's like, all right, we'll buy it. We buy it. It's the wrong size. And we can't fit it in there. And we're like, what? We had so many nice people come up to us. Some guy like parked his car, is filling up his tank. He comes up to me, he's like, hey, you having troubles? Like, what's going on? And I'm like,
how do you know? Were you guys like trying to mess with the windshield wipers?
I was trying to put it on. This is before I realized it didn't fit, right? And so I'm trying to put it on. He's like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need help? And I was like, I'm trying to put it on, but I think it's the wrong size. He's like, well, let me try. He tried, couldn't get it on. And then he's like, damn, I'm sorry. Like, I tried. And I was like, oh, no worries. Thanks for trying anyways. And so I'm over here trying to still figure it out.
Thanks for nothing.
And he goes to his car and he gets his passenger side windshield wiper. He removes it from his car and he brings it over to me. He's like, hey, this is my passenger side. Like, you can use it. I don't need it. I'm driving alone. And I'm just like, are you serious? And the guy's like, yeah, let me see if it fits. He tries cramming it in. Doesn't fit. And I'm just like, damn. But like, what
kind of car was this that you were trying to fit it on?
It's a Hyundai Elantra. I think it's like a 2013 or something like that. And it's a pretty big, it's like the hook was too wide for the one that we had bought, the windshield wiper we had bought. So we're over here and we're trying to cram it in, nothing. And we're just like, all right, we're screwed. Like, we can't do anything. Like, we might just have to wait here till the rain passes, right? And then I don't know how my friend got it in, but she like crammed it in, twisted it in, did a pretzel freaking knot and put it in there and it stuck. And then my friend had some hair ties and she puts a hair tie over the windshield wiper blade and she wraps it up to keep it in place. And she's like, as long as this stays like with the pressure onto the windshield, we're going to be good. And so we try it out. The whole thing was still blurry except for the very top. It's just a little sliver that was perfectly eye level with me. And so I was able to see through that. I drove for like 45 minutes like that, super terrible conditions. I ended up getting to her place at 1 o'clock in the morning, my friend's place at 1 a.m. I was supposed to be in Fort Bragg at 12. I was set back like 4.5, 5 hours.
Dude, that is
from this
so
whole
scary.
trip. Yeah, man. I ended up popping a blood vessel too the next
From
day.
stress or what?
Yeah, because I was so hyper focused driving, man. I was just like, dude, I can't. And then I checked the next day, and there's like just blood going right from the center out to the side, and I'm just like, holy crap! Like, whatever, grace of God, we made it home, and yeah. So vlog number
five, I think, coming out.
Yeah, will be coming out next week. So stay tuned on that one. It was a crazy experience.
Dude, oh man,
Happy to be alive. I'll tell you that much.
good days.
But yeah, should make for great content.
Dude, that's so funny too, because in the video you can't even tell. Like we probably shouldn't overhype it, but you can't even tell like you're about to crash, but you spun out. You like did a 360 in the car.
Well, dude, I was vlogging the whole time, so I don't know if I mentioned that.
Talking to the camera,
yeah.
bro. Should just turn it this way.
Oh my God, yeah. So I'm vlogging the whole time, and I couldn't because the windshield wipers it was so dirty. So I was pointing to me and vlogging its whole self. That's a whole nother thing. Like it's been so trippy. I don't know how it's been for you, but
we'll get into it.
Yeah, but so I was vlogging the whole time, and it's something you got to get used to, but. It was crazy that I caught it in that moment where we like spun out and stuff. So, I mean, that'll never happen again as far as I'm concerned.
Dude,
so.
I know.
Yeah.
Or just like when we went to go visit Victor, and like there was this crazy thing when we were leaving Victor's, and there was like this bike that got like run off the road, like this guy in a motorcycle that a car like ran it off the road. And we're sitting there just staring, watching everything like idiots instead of recording it. Like we could just recorded it.
I mean, we didn't know what was gonna happen. The guy like pulled over. He was hella mad. Like,
dude, he pulled over. He was super upset, and then he got back on his bike, and then freaking sped up past us, went around us, and then went up to the other car and basically ran him off the road.
Yeah, he was chasing him down.
Crazy people, but that's Ukiah. You know what I'm saying? We live in Fort Bragg. Nothing like that happens here. But the vlog, it's been fun. Yeah. I think so. Fun so far. We put out 5.
Absolutely.
I feel like my difficulty with that is getting used to like talking to nothing.
It's weird.
You know, at least here, like we have the camera set up, but we're talking to each other. And then when you're vlogging, you're talking to this camera, you're talking to your phone, and it's just so hard to you have to almost like switch into character and just like, you know?
But then you don't want to switch into character because you want to stay authentic.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. You don't want to be something you're not, you know, like you don't want to, or try to overhype and pretend like you're somebody, just that, you pretend you're somebody you're not.
Because I think we've all seen, like, there's so many vlog channels on YouTube and social media that people see, and they make it look so easy. They're like, bro, it's like so natural. And then you try to do it yourself, and you're just like, bro, this is so uncomfortable. I feel awkward. How do people do this? But it's an art. It's an art. Yeah, for sure. But
it's been good, man. It's been good. We haven't done, originally we were planning on doing like different playlists for the types of vlogs we do, but I just feel like it would be very difficult because I like the idea of structuring it like vlog 1, 2, 3 and just kind of just keep going.
It's like a story we're just going through.
Yeah. And instead of like, but let's say we did have like a fitness vlog, like the playlist, and then we had a travel one, and then we had other ones, like it would be like skipping around 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just hard to structure it, but it's been good. I feel like the most important thing is to just kind of have a purpose for each video. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to just have that like golden nugget that's like essentially the climax of the story.
Yeah. And
then to be able to kind of just shape around it. So like to be able to increase our efficiency when we like, because you don't want to be sitting there editing for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't want to unnecessarily record, and you want to kind of plan it out ahead of time. So just being able to kind of learn through trial and error has been interesting. Like when we talked about it before, like that was that was the part that we looked forward to the most, is just like the whole learning process. Because that's the exciting thing about it, you know, like not knowing and then learning and being able to apply the things that you learn. Mm-hmm. So it's been fun, man. I've enjoyed it. More to come.
Hardest part for me has been recording in front of other people. That's so everybody's looking at you, or at least you feel like everybody's looking at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And during this whole trip to Tahoe, like I'm over here like recording the scenery and stuff like that, and there's so many people around me, and
the scenery's not too bad because you just look like another person just recording something else. But when you're sitting there talking to it in front of people, like,
but that's what I usually do. I'll start with the scenery, and then I'll go back to myself and I'll talk about like what's going on, and everyone's just looking like, who is this guy? Who do they think he is?
Bro, that's all funny.
Yeah.
But that's pros and cons of the. What would you say is a con? What would you say is a difficult or like something that you don't look forward to with vlogging? Would you just say that's that? Like, Having to get used to the.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like having this idea and you think in your head like, oh, this will be sick, and then once you start recording it, like maybe halfway through, I'm like, you know what, actually I don't really like this. Like I don't feel like it's gonna be as good as I thought it was.
Like you have a shot in your head that looks cool or
like,
an idea.
For
or
instance, on this trip, I was at a restaurant with my friends. We were having breakfast, and I was like, okay, it'd be cool like to record the person coming in and dropping off the food and whatever. So in my mind, I have like the dish like sliding off the table to me or something like that. Like I have this of like a sick edit, and then I'm recording it, and I'm just like thinking like, bro, this is bad. Yeah, this is stupid. Everyone's just looking at me with my camera there, like yeah. So that I think that for me has definitely been the hardest and like thing to do about vlogging. Yeah,
I feel that.
What about you? Same thing or?
Yeah, I would say same thing. I feel like I wouldn't not necessarily same thing, but just the whole like you said, trying to record with people around. I'm just not used to it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like with anything, with public speaking or with talking to a camera or talking on. I remember like I was watching this it might have been like a Jimmy Fallon interview, but like the guy was explaining the difference between theater and acting on TV and acting in a movie, and just like on theater, everything, all parts of your body are exposed, so you have to stand a certain way so they can see your body language. Compared to TV, it's just like the top angle.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can sit there with your pants off and no one's gonna know on TV because they're just capturing the top. So it's like whatever medium you're doing, it's a different style, you know. And the same thing with vlogging. I'm gonna act different here than I would if I'm recording myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I haven't gotten used to that yet. Like you said, recording in front of people. Like the first one I tried to do before I did the vlog too, I was trying to do it with Adrian. Like we went and it just didn't work out. Like the workout didn't work out. Like me recording it, like it was just so awkward having just somebody right there over my shoulder. And he wasn't like putting pressure on me or anything, but I just felt insecure doing that.
That's what
like,
it is. It's insecurity, man.
Yeah, but we'll get better at it. I feel like the more we practice, the better it'll get.
Same thing when we started the podcast. Like we were super nervous. I feel like
dude, I don't watch the new one.
Yeah, I can't. I just like I get like 2 minutes into it, I'm like I can't do this. I need to stop.
Oh, and that's so funny too, because before we put out one, we had what, like freaking 3 or 4 practice ones. Like we had for sure ones like we're just like, okay, this is gonna be the one we're gonna put out. Or like before we didn't understand the concept of editing, or we did, but we didn't like take it into account when we were doing it, and we try to do like an hour episode without messing up.
Without mistakes. That's impossible.
It's hard, yeah, especially when we're starting off and just yeah. When I just listen to like my voice, I think that too, or just even starting off when you listen to yourself talk, you're like, ugh. Yeah. You know, like you don't like your
That's
voice.
Something else you gotta get used to.
And now you're used to it, yeah. So I just feel like with the more repetition, the easier it'll get. Definitely. But we can transition over to the pros and cons of the podcast, how it's been so far.
What would you say, pros and cons?
For pro, I feel like we've talked about the pro so much. For me, it's so fascinating being able to grow something out of nothing. Like this idea that we had in our head, we're coming up on a year.
It's like crazy to think.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. But this idea that we had, obviously you don't have color schemes. Obviously you don't have a logo in your head. Obviously you don't have this brand, essentially, you know, like the way people look at the podcast or the way they look at whatever we're doing. So to be able to just grow it from scratch, you know, like that's a pro, you know, like I think just the idea to be able to form something out of nothing is so interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? And then just to be like, we don't put money, like we've mentioned before, everything we get here is gifted to us, or like $20 on Facebook Marketplace. You know what I'm saying? With the exceptions of the microphone. Like,
yeah,
like it's not burning a hole in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like the way we're pretty smart about it. And I like how it's more of like a hobby. Like I can just, like soccer's a hobby. I can just put my cleats on and go play. Like it doesn't cost me money to have to go to a studio and record for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like it costs us nothing. It's just time and effort, you know?
100%.
So I think that's the cool thing. The con, I don't know if I have a con. Do you have a con? I don't know if I can think of one at the top of my head though.
Yeah, no. I mean, sometimes it's just like scheduling has just always been big. It's just hard to find people to schedule and stuff. And a lot of times, like we have someone plan for a certain day and then they'll cancel or something will come up. It's totally understandable. People got other things that come up and whatnot, and they have other plans and other responsibilities. But I mean, for creators like us, we're trying to hold ourselves accountable to like post a a video by a certain day or something like that, or post once a week, and so sometimes it becomes difficult when that happens.
Yeah,
But,
we talked about that at the beginning. Like if we do
Yeah.
it a weekly, it's a lot of pressure.
yeah,
And it's like at times you do. Okay, I would definitely say that's a con then, because at times you do feel like you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself
Mhm.
to put something out each week,
yeah,
which I don't think is a bad thing. Like I feel like that forces us to be creative. You know what I'm saying? But
And
then
I think-
again, if we don't post anything, it's not the end of the world. No one's gonna notice. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's kind of
it's
the way
fine.
I look at it. It's like if we go a week without posting, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people also think like most of the episodes we usually have a lot of energy. We're freaking laughing, we're cracking jokes or whatever. A lot of people think like these dudes are always like this, and sometimes like even when we started the episode today, we came here and we're just kind of like tired and
No energy.
and I'm feeling just like a little bit off from the vaccine shot and everything. So I was like, dude, like I have to kind of get myself up to do this. So
Yeah.
that's like another skill in itself. Like
Yeah,
it's hard
just
to
switching
do.
it on. Yeah, absolutely. Like I remember when I was talking about that performance psychology plan, it's with anything. It's not just in sports. It's in business. It's in teaching. Like once you're about to start something or perform in a way, you have to switch it on. You know, like you kind of just enter this mode where you're on it. And I feel like that's a difficulty too when we do this, because there's times where we're sitting here and we're just like, fuck, how do I start? Like, how are we going to start this? Like, what are we going to say? And that's literally us. Like it's like driving a manual car. Like the hardest part is getting in first gear. And then everything after that is easy. Starting off the episode is the most difficult part. And then once we do that, we're rolling. But I would say that's the pros and cons. Nothing too crazy. You know, we've talked about it before.
Yeah, the pro definitely has been seeing it grow, and like kind of going into that. I don't know if you want to talk about our first video that hit 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Man.
So, dude, that's funny too. So we have a video for those that don't know. It's of a clip. It's a YouTube clip that we clipped off Alan's episode. I don't know what number that is.
I think it was a 14. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll link it below. It'll
Yeah.
be right down in the description. But it was a clip of you talking about your interview for Dartmouth College. And just a quick disclaimer, we have no affiliation with Dartmouth College at all. We're not claiming to have any affiliation. We'll get into that in a bit. But it was a video of you talking about the interview process, because during Alan's, just to add some context, during Alan's episode, he was talking about his interview process for a career after college. And he was talking about how nerve-wracking it was to continue to go to interviews and sometimes not get selected, or just not really know the answers to
Not
what
be prepared.
to not be prepared. And you brought up how you applied for Dartmouth College knowing you weren't going to get in, but you were like, it's an opportunity, you know, like they linked me up with somebody in Cloverdale, right?
Yeah.
To go and practice an interview, someone that had previously gone to Dartmouth and is still affiliated with the school. You went, you did that. It went, in your opinion, it went really bad.
It went terrible. I don't think it could have got any worse.
Yeah, so we posted that. And the funny thing is that we had that video on private for like 3 months after the episode dropped. So we have like little YouTube clips of each episode for convenience, you know, for time's sake, for people that don't have time to watch the whole thing, or just to break it up, because we hit a lot of topics in each episode. And we clipped that. It's like a 4-minute clip. And I remember one day I was on the YouTube studio checking to see like how many views a recent video got. And it shows you real time in 48 hours. So like which videos, the top 3 videos that got the most views in the last 48 hours. And the Dartmouth video had like 48 views. I was like, what the heck? Like that's from what? That was posted months ago, you know? So I clicked on it one day and it had like 400 something views. And I sent you a snap. I was like, bro, like that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
this video has hella views, bro. And before we knew it, like a month later, it's like at 1,000.
Yeah.
So that's insane. And we have there was this lady on our Facebook page that saw the video on YouTube. And just to put this out there, like the way people find it, like we caught the YouTube algorithm, and like 68% of the people that watched that video typed in Dartmouth interview, and somebody that watched it, like messaged, like watched it on YouTube. We didn't post it on Facebook. We don't share it on Facebook, nothing. Like went from our YouTube, looked us up on Facebook and messaged us like, hey, my son is going to go to Dartmouth. He's looking for someone to set up an interview. Like, could you guys do this? We're willing to pay for it. And we're just like, whoa, like we have no affiliation.
I'm like, how much money?
Yeah. No, that's the interesting thing too. Like, just imagine, like if we were messed up like that, obviously you're going to do what's morally correct, you know, like
Yeah.
we're not like that, but
We're not scumbags.
to just think that that opportunity presents itself because of something that she saw on YouTube, like It's just,
and
it's just
if
weird
I
to me,
had
bro.
gone
Like,
to Dartmouth, then I easily could have said
yeah,
yes.
you
to
could.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. You could have used to be like, yeah, of course. These are the questions they asked me, and I can set it up. But I just find that's interesting how we get searched like 68% of people Dartmouth College or just Dartmouth interview, and then our video pops up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
But that's not the first time one of your things has gone viral, right?
It's not.
You didn't want to talk about this, but it's funny. Talk about it. It's funny.
No, and it's cool because that completely relates to what we were talking about, the YouTube algorithm. Sometimes it just like picks up and certain search results lead to your video, right?
Yeah, and absolutely, that's one of the reasons we do clip videos. You know what I'm saying? Like for marketing, like from a marketing standpoint, you're kind of borrowing credibility. So to be able to insert ourselves with Dartmouth College, obviously we don't have affiliation. It's not necessarily clickbait. That's what the video's about. You know, the video's about your Dartmouth interview. But in the title, I think the title is Gabe talks about his Dartmouth interview.
Yeah.
It's not even like
It's super broad.
Gabe went to Dartmouth or Gabe majored in Dartmouth.
But people have this perceived idea, like when they see the title, they see the thumbnail, they're just like, oh, this guy went to Dartmouth.
Yeah. So I mean, essentially, like that did its job. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why we clip things, so they can maybe catch the wave or catch the algorithm, and maybe people
knows?
searched up.
Yeah, who knows how long the wave's gonna last too? I mean, it's still
who
been
knows? Who
increasing.
knows?
But
Yeah, it's been increasing. Yeah.
So this was back in high school, man. I was in honors history, and we had to make a Russian Revolution video. We had to record ourselves, and we had to like play out or enact these certain events that happened, right? And I needed to make a YouTube channel for it, so I needed to post it on there so we could like.
I was talking about the Xbox video.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying this is why I made my channel. So I made my
gotcha.
channel for that reason, right? To make this video, and we had done it, and we recorded it, and then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna make some other videos. I was inspired. I wanted
What is
to.
your name on YouTube?
Can I?
This is a legitimate question. I have no idea.
So back in the day, I was really into Halo. And I was trying to think of what's a cool word to go with Halo. What's like a cool word that people don't use a lot. And I was trying to type in like scary or fearful or something like that. And I found the word daunting. So you don't want to do something, right? So I named it Daunting Halo with like a big X, little x, big X, little x. Like just like an old school, like gamer tag. Yeah. And so that was my name. And so anyways, I had watched a video. I had bought a 360 and it had broken on me. I got the red ring of death. I'm sure anyone who's ever had an old Xbox 360 knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Can't relate.
And whatever. And so it broke. I was trying to figure out videos on how to fix it. Didn't find anything. At the very end, I found one video that worked for me. And it was a super like complicated, weird process. You think it wouldn't work, but it worked for me. And so I was like, I'm going to remake this video and I'm going to like put my 2 cents in and I'm going to upload it. So I had my little brother who and at the time maybe was like 10 years old, maybe even younger, and he was recording for me. And I'm over here and I'm showing everybody, is like step by step how to fix their Xbox 360 if they have a red ring of death. And yeah, I posted it. And honestly, I didn't expect anything of it because I had posted it and I never went back to that channel. I kind of just let it sit. And it wasn't until college I went back to it and it had like, I think like 15,000 views.
Dude, that's insane.
Like out of nowhere, I just went back. I was like 15,000 views and like 50 something likes and then like 30 something dislikes. And I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? And I forgot I had made it. Yeah. And I was like, all right. So I went back. Oh man, people can be brutal, dude. People are ruthless.
But there's a lot of comments like, thank you so much. You saved my life, bro. Like,
I try to focus on the positive comments. But honestly, I go back and I can't watch that video. It's so cringy because the whole time I'm chewing a piece of gum. So I'm like, yeah, and I'm breathing heavy. And then for the life of me, I couldn't remember the name Q-tip. I was just looking.
What did you call it?
I called it little sticks with cotton on it.
Swab.
I don't know why I couldn't think of it. I was panicking. I was nervous. And so people in the comments section be like, they're called Q-tips. Get it right. Q-tips. It's not that hard. Like, damn, did you have to chew gum through this whole video? Like, and it's like, damn, like this was super annoying to watch, but it worked for me. Thanks. Yeah. I'm just like, okay. And now we checked, what is it, a few weeks ago, I'm at 33,000 views. 2 weeks ago,
yeah.
Yeah, and like close to 100 likes. Or
you're blowing up, man.
Bro, yeah. And that's another example of catching the wave. I don't know. I had no idea.
Catching the wave and finding a solution to your problem.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
So,
but
it's cool.
My boy Gabe, yeah. It's long story short, my boy Gabe has gone viral in the past, and it's nothing new to him. Dude, I remember one time I went to that Stanislaus camp in December. Like it was the tryout, and there was like I was like warming up. This is when I first felt like, oh, I'm getting old, because there was like a bunch of like 18, 19-year-old kids or kids coming from junior college, and they're talking about like, oh, I went viral once, or I made a video with me and my girl juggling, and it went viral on Twitter. Did you guys see that? Like, just like the way they were talking about viral, I'm sitting there like lacing my boots up. I'm like, what the heck are these kids talking about?
Yeah, it's definitely something you hear more about today.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that wasn't even a word we were throwing around back then. But to end it on this, the merch.
Heck yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, update us. Gabe.
I'm excited.
What's the news?
So we got a good friend of ours, Christian Perez.
Shout out to Christian Perez. Check out episode, what was it, episode 3?
I think
episode
so, yeah.
4.
3 or 4, yeah.
Episode 4.
We'll link it down in the description.
We'll link it,
yeah. He's hooking us up and he's helping us get started on our merch, man. I know it's something we talked about in the past before, something we always wanted to do. And we kind of had this idea, like maybe we should have the logo up front, or maybe we should have like a crest here. Are they going to be pocket tees? Are they going to be regular tees, crew necks, hoodies? What are we going to do? So we ended up, with his help, kind of figuring out something we want. So we have some hoodies coming for us soon. We have some t-shirts in olive and in black that look really clean, super simple design, just says the Coast Boys
super simple, yeah.
right on front like that. And yeah, it looks really nice. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, very early stages right now. We're just kind of, I don't even know if we should be announcing it, but pretty soon, obviously, we're going to be able to pre-order. I think that's the way we want to go.
In the coming
pre-order.
weeks. In the coming weeks, yeah, for sure.
But right now, we're just kind of testing it out, seeing the quality. We don't really want to put out anything that's not quality, you know, especially if people are going to have to pay for it. But yeah, we do have connections. We do have friends that are willing to help us out. Really, really good deal. But it's just that's another thing too, just kind of like starting from a podcast and kind of branching out to selling clothes.
Crazy.
Like, you have to figure out the logistics and what the best bang for your buck is, you know, and essentially structure it in a way. So like, we've been doing a lot of research on, because we have friends that own clothing lines. So it's like, how do you guys do this? How do you guys order? Where do you guys order from? Who does your printing? How do you ship it? Like, what's the best way to order? Is it better to set up an e-commerce website or to do pre-orders and then just you do the pre-order yourself? Like, do we want to hand package everything, or should we just have it shipped out
notes,
there?
or do we? Yeah.
There's so much that goes into it that we have a lot of options of doing. But obviously, since we're not at a large scale, you know, we're not a big company that's competing with hella people. Like, we have the luxury of basically doing it our own way, to where we're not kind of like beat out by competitors, because it's just a way to like support us, you know. It's not like we're doing this for a living. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
if anyone's like interested in and wants one, if you could let us know either in the comments or, you know, text us, DM us, whatever it is, like let us know so we can know like maybe how many people might be interested in supporting us and rocking a shirt.
Absolutely. And we'll keep you guys posted when everything comes in and we're kind of ready for that step to launch. We'll let you guys know.
For sure.
We'll let our friends know. We'll let everyone know. If you guys keep supporting us, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Everybody
you.
listening at home, thank you so much. Make sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're watching this. If you're listening to this, or no, not listening. If you're watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, leave us a like, a comment, whatever you guys want to see.
Heck yeah. That's
another thing too. If you guys want to see more of something, another guest, a certain topic, make sure to reach out to us. Make sure to let us know, because ultimately we're here to help.
Yeah.
And inform everyone else.
And we're open to anything, honestly.
Absolutely. We're open to meeting new people, to expanding our network. You know, is another thing too, like work on our connections and get referrals and meet new people. And I just feel like that's ultimately going to help us improve, you know?
Hell yeah.
Improve the podcast and improve ourselves as well. So everybody at home, thank you so much. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.